So I have a new build challenge for you, but it's not your typical shell challenge. We've done one of these challenges before, and I call them Sarah's House Hunters. If you don't know what House Hunters is, it's a show on this network called HGTV where a family or a couple is looking for a house and they, you know, have all this criteria, a budget, styles they like, and then they look for a house. So what we do is I make a couple Sims and I say what they're looking for, and then I task you with building a house, and then I tour them all over on Twitch. And so I created a couple. This is Armani Anders and Micah Damien. They're looking for a tiny home that fits their big lifestyle. Armani is a tech guru and loves programming, handiness, and wellness, and Micah is a freelance yoga instructor who loves fishing, gardening, rock climbing, and garden decor. They both like boho decor and the colors orange and gray, and their budget is around $150,000 to $200,000. So let me show you the house that I built for them. So the last time we did House Hunters, I think I gave you a budget of like $80,000 or $80,000 to $90,000 for a family of 4, and I got a couple requests to just like max out the budget this time, which I honestly realized is more of a challenge with a tiny home. Now, if you don't have the tiny living pack, don't worry so much about the tiles. You basically can just build them a small home. I just figured under 100 tiles is kind of the vibe. They made it so confusing with the tiny living pack that like in general, all 3 types of houses are called a tiny home, but one of the tiers is a tiny home. If you don't know what I mean by that, if you don't have the tiny living pack, the micro homes are under 32 tiles, the tiny homes are under 64 tiles, and the small homes are under 100 tiles. And I'm like, could we not find another name for the middle one? Because it registers all of them as tiny homes anyway. Oh well. I actually think I could have done better with this build. I don't think I incorporated as many skills as I wanted to. I end up giving them a pool, spoiler alert, but I feel like I should have done a pond for fishing or thrown a rock climbing wall. I guess I could still do that, but I came in so under budget, and I feel like you probably will too. But I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, if you can make a tiny home or a small home with a $150,000 to $200,000 simoleon budget, props to you. But that's why the speed build is a little shorter today, and I actually don't even know when I will be having this out because my goal was to have it out Friday, which is today when I'm filming it. And as of right now, it is noon, and I have about until 3 p.m. until I have to start getting ready to stream. Oh, and speaking of stream tours are going to be the 24th and 26th over on Twitch. I peeked at the gallery and there's actually not that many submissions, so we might only end up doing 1 day of tours, but we'll see. But you will not believe the morning that I've had. I sat down all ready to film and my tripod broke off inside my camera. My camera has a little twisty thing at the bottom that like you can attach a tripod to, and I was admittedly using a cheap plastic one because it would have my camera at the perfect height, and it broke off in the little twisty thing. And I was just like, not this. This better not ruin my camera. I better be able to get it out. I tried to use my fingers, I tried to use tweezers, and then my mom finally got me some pliers that was able to grip onto the thing and twist it out because there was just the teeniest bit poking out that you could grab onto. And I obviously didn't want to yank it out because that would just break the twisty thing for another tripod. This tripod that I'm currently using, you probably can't even tell. I was being so dramatic about it. I was like, the reason I use my cheap tripod is because it has my camera at the perfect height, and I bought an official one and it just isn't the same, and that's the one I'm using right now. And genuinely, can you tell? Can you tell a difference at all? You can't. And when I, about 10 minutes ago, powered up my camera to see if it was the same kind of angle and, you know, would work as well, I like teared up because I was like, I was being so dramatic. It's literally the same. No one can tell. At least I can't. I don't know. But that's what's been going on with me. I've also been brainstorming some build challenge ideas for the YouTube channel since I do want to start getting back to uploading twice a week rather than just once a week or once every 8 days, it seems like, because we have so many new friends here. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much and welcome on in. I promise I am normally not so much of a flop. I've just had so much going on, it seems like these last like 3 months. And honestly, looking ahead at some of the stuff I have coming up, I'm gonna have a lot going on the next few months too. But I do love YouTube. I do love long form videos. So welcome on in. You are in for a good time. At least I think so. I'm curious what video everyone found me from, or if you found me just from TikTok and you came over and found one of my videos. But if you found me on YouTube, what was the first video that came up for you that you saw of mine, if you remember? Because I've had a couple that seem to have been getting a lot more popular recently, so I would love to get some data. I would love to collect some data, you know? But either way, back to the build. I am currently looking at the living area, I think. I do have to tell you, everything that I put in the gallery description isn't all of their likes and dislikes and preferences because the gallery has a character limit. I think one of them likes blue, which is why I was like leaning into the blue, and also the orange, and I love how the couch and that chair come together with that rug. I don't think I've ever used that rug before, but it works so perfectly. But I definitely felt like I was losing the plot in some parts of this build. If it was just a build without really a purpose behind it, I feel like I would be like, yes, good, I love that. But I don't know, like I said, I feel like I kind of lacked on the skills part of it. I wanted to add a woodworking table, and I think instead I added a flower arranging table. I didn't need to do that. I might even change that before I put this on the gallery. I think I even made Micah dislike modern decor while Armani loves it, but they both like boho decor. And the problem with decor preferences in The Sims is that a lot of furniture is not properly tagged. So like there are items that may have the boho vibe or the modern vibe, but they're not tagged appropriately. So it's kind of hard, especially in the gameplay part of it, to appease your Sims likes and dislikes with decor. But I really do like the kitchen that we went with. I wish we had those tables that like could stick out of the counters or like the island that are like at a lower level, because I just felt like that might work really well. But it's not like we didn't have space for a dining area though. And the roofing, I cut out so much of the roofing because it was just making me cringe, I'm gonna be honest. I built this in Mount Komorebi because Micah really likes rock climbing, so I felt like that might be a really good spot for them to live. And so I wanted the exterior to kind of look like it matched at least a little bit, but I didn't care so much for the interior to use all of that like snowy escape furniture. And also I really felt like I wanted to do a platform roof kind of moment, but that would add tiles, so I ended up not doing that. And honestly, if you want to do that with your build, if you want to do a platform roofing but it makes it go over the tile limit, honestly, that's fine. Like the idea is just that the home is small, and I know, like I said, not everyone has tiny living, so you might not even be able to count the tiles in that. Oh, and I used some gallery art by Holy Schmo Wow, you know, one of my faves, and I loved the orange and blue. It just went so well. I'm absolutely obsessed. I also, another thing that I cut a lot out of was figuring out the bedroom layout. That one was rough for me. I don't know what it was. Like, I don't know why I couldn't figure it out, but I wanted a desk, and I think it was hard because that was kind of the only place the desk could go was in the bedroom, and obviously Armani is a programmer, so we did need a computer. Okay, I'm scared to do this, but I need the camera to be like 2 inches over. That's fine, okay? I was just like, I don't think I'm centered in the way that I naturally am sitting. I keep having to go like that or like that. Anyway, also there's 2 doors into the bathroom, and honestly, I've been seeing that a lot with floor plans recently, more so for like apartments and smaller living spaces, but I just figured we would do that. I think chat also suggested to do that, so we did. I'm just now realizing we could have used the most expensive fridge and the most expensive stove and gotten us more up towards that budget. I'm pretty sure this is under 70,000. And so that is why I am so intrigued to see what everyone else does with this and the budget, because I didn't want to get ridiculous. I feel like I do that a lot in my TikTok builds when I'm trying to like reach a max budget or something. I add those, what are they called? The nights that are like 8,000 each. And honestly, I could have added some bamboo plants. I feel like that could have fit well here, because the bamboo plants that come with Spa Day, I think they come with Spa Day. The big one is like 1,000 something and the smaller one is like 600, so maybe I should have done that. Oh well. I'm back at it again with my eco lifestyle bed and those side tables. I just am now realizing that in my last speed build for my last shell challenge, I did the exact same eco lifestyle bed and the exact same side tables. Oh no. I always feel like building with Sims in mind encourages me to kind of get out of my regular style, but that didn't happen this time. That didn't happen this time, did it? Ooh, but something that we did last weekend that was so much fun. We were testing out crowd control for The Sims 4. And if you don't know what that is, The Sims 4 is a video game that is a no, I'm kidding. If you don't know what crowd control is, it is a software that like links up, I don't even know what to call it. It's like a Twitch extension that links up with a mod in your game so that your Twitch viewers can control your game. So we were playing the 100 baby challenge, and I don't even know what to say. It was just absolute chaos. I posted one clip of it on my TikTok. If you want to check that part out, you can go there. But the VODs are also up on my Twitch channel. Also, feel free to subscribe to my VODs channel. I know I haven't posted on there in like a week, but that is where I post all of my old Twitch streams, and I am getting them all up there. In due time, I'm getting them all up there. We just got to some of the Not So Berry VODs, so if you've been wanting to catch up on the Not So Berry challenge, feel free to do that. But basically, with crowd control, my viewers were able to start a fire randomly, age up Sims, age down Sims, increase romance, kill Sims, increase relationship, decrease relationship. It was, and spawn 10 kids. That was the funniest part, is because these just 10 children Sims would just randomly spawn around your Sim. And I don't know if they were supposed to, but they would just immediately leave. Like, they would get there and then they'd be like, okay, bye. And then they would just leave your lot. It was so ridiculous. But crowd control actually has been around for a while and works with a lot of different games. I've always wanted to do a crowd control City Skylines stream because, as we know, one of my favorite games is City Skylines, and I just feel like that would be really chaotic because City Skylines on the surface can be like, oh, a cute, calming city builder, but you can really make it chaotic, especially with mods. Oh my gosh. But anyway, this video is about The Sims, and surprise, surprise, I put curtains in the bedroom. Very unlike me. You know, I never use curtains in my builds, but I decided decided to do that because we have our gigantic budget. Also, the chair that I used with the desk in the bedroom, I don't think I've ever used that chair before in my life. I think it was like just one of the most expensive chairs, so I was like, hey bestie, let's use it. And I used the $10,000 computer, and that's kind of ridiculous to think that like $10,000 of this, I don't even know, like 70,000 simoleon house is just the computer. It's just the computer. Wait, isn't there a more expensive one? Or am I imagining that? Is it like one of the weird ones from Get to Work? I don't know. But I think this is pretty cute. I also put some shelves in the kitchen. I'm probably getting ahead of myself. I don't know exactly where you are watching the build right now, but I did some cute shelves in the kitchen, and I need to remember to do that more because every time in real life and in The Sims that I see a kitchen with open shelving, I'm like, that is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, let me jot that down and remember. And one thing about me, I don't remember anything. So, man, I'm trying to think of like some other life updates other than my dramatic morning of trying to figure out my tripod and then being super upset because I did not think my camera would be at the correct angle if I used the new tripod, and then it was. Like, I'm still so, I just feel so ridiculous. Do you ever have stuff like that where you're just like, I was being so dramatic, I was being so ridiculous, it's literally fine? That's me. That's me right now. Oh my gosh, and these plants that I was putting on the front porch, they were like $750 each. I was truly going in trying to find the most expensive landscaping. I think I could have done a little more landscaping, but honestly, I was finishing up this build last night and like my brain was just like fried. I was like, I don't know how to make this look good with landscaping. I definitely don't think it's bad, but I also was like, I literally just put some bushes around the house. Like, I could have done better. So again, I might before I put it on the gallery, but I did leave some of that landscaping in just because a few of you have asked me to leave more of the landscaping in both my speed builds and in my regular videos. Oh, I had to use the super expensive grill. I really wanted to use the smaller one. I was like, maybe I'll do that. But no, I was like, we have to use the $1,000 plus grill. Also, I'm saying dollar, but I mean simoleons. One time someone in my TikTok comments was like, please just say dollars, don't say simoleons. And I was like, that would literally be incorrect. And they were like, well, it just bothers me. And I'm like, okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that. But it's not dollars. There's actually no conversion of simoleons to dollars. There's no correct one. Simoleons are simoleons, and the Sims team decides to price things however they want. And that is why it has no conversion. Oh, but I did really like the outdoor yoga studio that I'm starting with right now. I made a custom pergola. I lifted up some plants to put on there, and I'm just kind of obsessed, just a little bit obsessed with that. I definitely think that Micah will be running some yoga classes out of the house. And I feel like I did not address it, but his name is Micah Damien. I asked chat, we really liked the name Micah. And then we were like, oh, what do we make the last name? Like, did he take Armani's last name? Is it Micah Anders? And then chat was just like, Micah Damien. And I'm like, if you know, you know. The joke is that it's like a macadamia nut. I was about to make his last name Damien Nut. Like Micah Damien Nut. We decided against it. And then I also added a big gardening spot. I guess since I added such a big gardening spot, maybe I didn't need to add the fishing spot. That is also where I added the, what do you call it? The flower arranging table, but I think I'm gonna change that to the handiness table, or what is it called? The woodworking table? I think I'll put that there instead, just because Armani really likes handiness. And I actually don't know the final budget of this, but we are about to get to the end of the speed build, so why don't we just pop into the game and take a look. So here is the house from the outside. I actually do really like this landscaping in the front. I think it's super, super cute, and I love the wall mailbox. I don't think I've ever used that before. But then here is our entryway. I love this entryway table and the mirror. It's so fun. And this is our kitchen with our designated completely empty counter for functionality. And then we have the living area over here. Once again, obsessed with that rug. I love the hanging light over the dining table and these paintings again by Holy Schmo Wow. Here's the bedroom, and I love the orangey red pops, and I think it goes so well with this painting. I just absolutely really like this, especially once I added the clutter. And then this is the bathroom. I don't know really what I was doing with the grays, the blacks, the whites all together, but it works, I think. I don't know. And then coming out here, I definitely probably could have added some more stuff, but here's the pool area and then the garden area, and let me grab the woodworking table instead. There, perfect. And then the yoga area. I would love to take a yoga class here. I think that would be awesome. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this speed build. Feel free to partake in this challenge. I like to look at them all on the gallery, even after the tour dates. If you made it this far, comment macadamia nut, because if you know, you know. And I will be live on Twitch touring these this weekend, so make sure you're following over there. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, subscribe for more Sims videos, and other than that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a lovely tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!